Okay, here we go. One day after our tour of the devastation in Southern California. And we barely got this machine on the ground. I was talking about the controls, so we did get the buttons back where they're supposed to be. So here's one of them. It used to be on the left side of my yoke. Now it's on the right side. You push this little button and it clicks you right in behind. So when you're landing and you've been looking around talking about swimming pools or beaches or whatever, and you see you're getting close to landing, it's hard to land looking at the aircraft from this angle. But if you just click this button on the right yoke, right next to the autopilot on/off, which is a red button, this little white button's under my right thumb. Click, and there you're right on the tail where you can control and do all the good things. The other one is the left button, which is go inside and go outside. And Microsoft switched these two. How they do that, they know what they're doing, or they don't know what they're doing. Maybe the computer does it, and without their knowledge. But it is very frustrating to an old guy approaching 90. So now we're going to just bump around the Monterey Bay area, a few landings, and see if I can make some decent landings. We'll make one at a short field. First, we're going to take off and just fly over Pebble Beach. Here we go, full power. The brakes are off. Let's see if this works. No, that's not working. So let's see. We go outside. Yeah, that is working. So take off and get this lift. I like that lift. So that button is working. And get the gear up. Gear up, and the flaps up. Okay, and we got an answer here. All right. So there's Carmel and Pebble Beach on the right. And there's Point Lobos. Point Lobos is a state park. So my granddaughter was working with the youth there, and there are all kinds of trails on the point. There are all kinds of things to look at. So we're going to head out to Carmel Valley and then pop over the hill to Salinas, which is going to be right over the hill right there. We'll get back here so we don't have to hear all the noise of the afterburners. I can almost see where I'm going to land already. It should be in the south side of Salinas. Should be a little airport right down there. Here's Carmel Valley Village. My grandson goes back and forth between his mom and his dad. So his mom lives out here. His dad lives in the guest house behind my place. So there's the Carmel. There's a little runway there, and that little airfield has been closed. I used to take my students when I was a flight instructor in Monterey, take them over there for short field landings. So we'll do one short field landing today. I'm not going to talk to Salinas because we are invisible. This is about, I have to find Salinas. So that's looking down the valley. So we'll cut the power, and we'll come back up the Salinas Valley up to Salinas, and the airport is on the south side. This is Highway 101. That's also the Salinas River, which is right under us. And we'll find the airport there. We can see one runway. So let's, I'm just going to land on runway 26, and then we'll be heading toward Fort Ord. We'll not go to Fort Ord first, that's the short runway. We'll first go to Watsonville, where I first flight instructed when I got my flight instructor's rating. So we need to put up the air brake, slow us down, going a little too fast to put the wheels and the flaps down. I can see my landing position right here, runway 26. And when we get it down under 200, we'll drop the wheels and the flaps and head toward 7,000 feet. I can push the nose down a little bit. Okay, we're under 200. Gear down, flaps down, and they're working properly again. And we're dropping like a rock, so we'll put the speed brake away, and we'll go in behind the airplane. There, see how that lines you up? I couldn't do that down at Santa Monica, and we were lined up. I came around in a right turn on a right base, and we were looking at probably downtown Beverly Hills, and we want to get down to about 150. So we're looking at downtown Beverly Hills. We had to swing on right about 150 degrees to be lined up with a short runway at Santa Monica. And so I was making too many changes too fast. We still have to lose some speed. It should come off as I pull the nose up. We get down. This may be just perfect. I've got to come in with some power now. 150. We want to maintain about 150. Little bounce. There we go. Put the speed brake up. Okay, and put it back down again. And full power. Look back. Get the gear up, get the flaps up. And now we want to go that way. We'll watch Highway 101 while we do this. Okay, there goes Salinas. Had many delightful hours in Salinas. Now we're heading for Watsonville. We got some little marks out here. I don't. That's not Watsonville. Probably on over a little bit. Get the noise down. This is again Highway 101 heading north up over toward San Juan Bautista a little ways, and then it heads back up toward Gilroy. Doesn't get to San Juan or get to or Hollister, but it heads over that way for a little while and then swings back and heads up the valley, Gilroy, and now we're going to bring this back, quiet that down. Look here at Watsonville. Here's the airport right there. So we'll swing out for our downwind. Start slowing down. Get the speed brake up. Go over here. Okay, there's the runway we want to land on right there. Get it under 200 so we can get the wheels down. And we'll start coming around, get on the tail. put the speed brake down in a minute when we get down to 200. Almost there. We'll go ahead and pop that down. Pop the wheels down and the flaps down. And I think the switch is broken. I better pay attention to what I'm doing here. Lost the view. Lost the airport. One of these two lakes is Pinto Lake. So I got distracted by the switch, which appears to be broken on my quadrant, but it's still working. And come on around now and see if we see the airport. There's the airport. A little slow, we got to get it up to 150. This is almost as bad as Santa Monica. Let's see if I can make a smooth landing. So if any of my students are watching, make sure. Yeah, that's a little better. That's a little better. That's a little better. Okay, full power. There we go. Is up. Flaps up. Now we're heading to Fort Ord. If we go that way. Kind of fun. We'll make a quick trip down the beach. We'll do a little flat hatting. That's what a marine pilot said. What you call this when you go down the beach. Flat out. (300 feet). 200 feet. There's Moss Landing. Now we gotta slow it down. We gotta find Fort Ord. These little telltale pegs. I can see the strobe lights right here for the runway we're gonna shoot for. Now this is a short field and probably a little shorter than Santa Monica. And we got to get her down to 200, drop the wheels. Okay. Still has detent on the wheels, full flaps. Get the speed brake back down, and then we'll look over, see if we see the runway. Yeah, there it is. So we'll just make a nice easy turn. 160 is good. Try to keep it at 1,000 feet. A little more power. Still losing altitude, more power. Speed back up to 150. Little yo-yo. We should be paralleling the river. A little low, but that's all right. Drag it in. Get back on the tail. Rack it around. Get it back down to 150. Brakes. So we'll just turn it around down here and take off back the other way. Don't want to hit any of the trees because they'll immediately shut me down. It'll go black. We don't like to see an airplane come apart. So we'll blast off, head towards Salinas, and then come around and land on runway 28 where we took off in Monterey. Right rudder. There we go. Gear up. Laps up. Gear seems to be working properly. Goodbye, Fort Ord. That was called Ritchie Field. Now it's Marina. Marina and Seaside kind of divvied up Fort Ord. I think Seaside got the golf courses. Okay, we're going to head over Salinas and make a low pass on runway 6 or 8. It's runway 8. Like an air show. Just off to the right in here is where we watched from that parking lot. We watched the last Salinas Air Show, the Blue Angels. Okay, head back toward Monterey, over in that direction. Give it a victory roll. Went through the sound barrier. So nice to have the peace and quiet. See if I see Monterey. I think this is the road right here, Highway 68. Now we have to start slowing down again. Put back on the tail. Put up the speed brake. That is Corral de Tierra. They have a little golf course right there. Beautiful, beautiful clubhouse, country club, tennis course, swimming pool. Get lined up for runway 28. See if I can give you a nice landing here. Oh, and we'll see the track, Laguna Seca, right there. Famous international racing. Indy cars. I don't know whether they've had the Formula One cars on there. They have the antique car races every year in August. Let's see what we got. We put the gear down and the flaps down. get in behind, put the speed brake down. Lots of time. I don't go to the track anymore. Let me see if we've got our wheels down. Yep, got our wheels down. Lined up for runway 28. I've had this look over 100 times, maybe 200. Excuse me. I never had the look with a F-15, and it's very slow. I'm reminiscing too much. Gotta have 150 miles an hour, and we're gonna make a big hole in the runway. 150, put the nose down. A little slow. 145 is okay. There we go. Not quite lined up. Not quite lined up, but I've been sick. Okay, let's get the brakes on, and we'll go into the terminal. Now we'll go into Millionaire. They had a cross runway here, which they took out, and they built. They were going to miss it. The turn was right there. Put in this big hangar, and this is where the jets like to park. And when they have the Thunderbirds all park right along there. So you can see them. They don't park at Salinas. Now we'll hit the brakes a little bit. My new button is working again. Get right back on the tail. Get the speed brake down. We'll park right here and get some fuel. Flaps up. Go to the last one. There we go. And we'll go inside. This should put us inside. Got my buttons back where I like them. It's actually the way it's set up. When I plugged in and bought the whole system, it just picked the left. So of course I became accustomed to that. Works nice. When you use it that way for 3-4 years, they switch them opposite. It doesn't. It's confusing. So we've got that. We'll go back outside. Look here at Millionaire. They have a big office right on this end of the hangar. Of course, the jets go in and out of here. There should be a few more jets parked here and there. Might have 1 or 2 little airplanes. They have 1 flight service on the field, and these hangars aren't quite that big, but right out of this building they have a Cessna 172 where they instruct. They don't have any buses on the field. They do have fuel trucks. And then old Del Monte Aviation. I worked for Monarch Aviation when I was instructing, and Del Monte Aviation was the competitor with Cessnas. We had Pipers, and the tower doesn't look like that. Tower does sit there. I used to take my students up in the tower, but with the security and everything, I don't know that that's a possibility anymore. Great airport. Lovely airport. And forget what this runway was used. This was used during the Second World War, and this was the military side of the field over here. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll look back. Back this way. Look over toward my house. My house. This is the little sign where it says my house. No, that might be the hotel. Right over there. The old Del Monte Hotel. Thanks for coming along. And everything's working. Back to normal, as far as I can tell. There'll be surprises tomorrow. Bye-bye.